Hello everyone, welcome back to Komodo Tai Tarot. So today we will be doing a pick a card reading for Libras. This will be a monthly pick a card reading for the remainder of August 2021. I decided to try something a little bit different than the norm. Normally I like to do the weekly collective reading for all of my zodiacs, but things has gotten a bit sluggish lately, and so that kind of causes me to rethink and reconsider some things and different strategies and how to go about my schedule. So I was thinking maybe I can go with this uh, concept first and see where things lead and how things work out for me, because I do want to have some time out to do other topics as well aside from the collective reading. So, or in this case, it would be the monthly pick a card reading. Okay, I'm trying to transition from collective to pick a card rather. So yeah, that's what I'm trying out for right now. So this is a reading for Libras. I have three piles for you to choose from. The first pile to my left is Howlite, and that's this crystal right here, Howlite. The second pile is Tiger's Eye. And the third pile is Arvetsanite. Alright, so yeah, take your time, pause the video if you have to, meditate on it, and I will see you at your pile. Hello there everyone, those of you who have chosen pile 1 with this Howlite here. Alright, this is your pile. So I'm gonna put this right here to get that out of the way. So you see here there are 4 piles, alright, and each piles are different sectors within your life here. This is your career and finance sector, love, health, followed by spirituality, with regards to where you are on your spiritual journey as of right now, which we are kind of towards the end of August. So this reading is basically towards or the remainder, the energy of the remainder of August 2021. All right, let me move this up here just so we have room and space to work with. All right, and let's start with the career and finance. Let's see. Oh, one more thing. Almost forgot to tell you about the oracle. Okay, so each pile has an oracle card from the Moonology Oracle deck here, and this deck I will be using for the general theme for each sector. All right, and then followed by these 3 tarot cards that will be used as a clarifier to gain insight and details into each of the theme for each of the sectors. Okay, so for the month, so for the remainder of August, all right, the theme for career and finance is emotions are running high with supermoon. Right here, okay. Emotions are running high with regards to your career and sector for those of you who have selected pile 1. So there are something along the line of stakes I hear for some of you might be routing, is that how you say it? Rooting for something, okay, that you have in the works and are trying to get going with regards to your career sector, or areas in which you are working on to generate income for yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to be a 9-to-5 job, in your professional career. It could just be something along the line of a side hustle or a business that you're about to get moving and get the ball rolling here. And then for those of you who are seeking for a new career and transitioning into a career path, I feel that there are a lot of hopes and dreams behind this. Okay, so I feel stressing a lot over it. There's a lot at stake here. I feel you kind of have high hopes when it comes to your career sector for the remainder of August, and you're just kind of hoping that things will pan out. I feel that there might be some form of delays that a postponement of some kind of a progress that you're waiting to hear, of a news that you're waiting to, or messages that you're waiting to receive to see where things are heading. But yeah, you're highly like emotionally charged about this situation here with regards to your career and finance. And for those, I feel like you want to purchase a home. There might be you might be in a circumstance where I hear like a binding of some kind. Maybe you could be living with relatives, and you know, you may have children, and like you could be living with your sisters or brother, and just kind of like co-inhabit, you know, and help each other paying the rent for their homes as well, because you're, you know, living together at this time, and you're like wanting to move out the house, and you're kind of like saving money up for that and waiting for the right moment to do so, is another message that came through for some who have selected pile 1 here. All right, so the next card is the Four of Swords. We have Four of Swords. I feel that you guys have done a lot, okay? A lot of running around, a lot of mental stress, thinking, kind of wanting to be fair for everyone, okay? Whatever situations you may be in, you want to seek this balance, and you're working towards having this balance in your life, whether it's with your career and your family, and that is putting a lot of strain on you. Not only that, I hear heartache as well for some of you may not be, I know this is about career, but all of this aspect in our life is just like bleeding into each other. You know, if one aspect of our life is imbalanced, it tends to kind of be like a domino effect and causes an imbalance in our work life as well, or is adding stress onto that area of our life as well. So there are a lot of emotions running high for this remainder of August that will surface up, that it will bring you back to this unpleasant situation that had happened in the past, I feel, because I'm looking at this right here, and it looks like tears. And of course, you know, there's this thing here. If you see, there's like a shadow person here, and there's like a dot dot dot, and there's an eye and a dot dot dot, which to me kind of resemble a tear. And then this person is sitting on the edge right here, and there's like tons of water just pouring down there, which reminds me of a stream, you know, like behind the facade, because I feel like you guys try to keep things together and put on a strong front for people, but behind closed doors and emotionally, you know, when you're by yourself, it's just very emotional for you. I feel that this whole thing is related to your love life, or situation that is related to your love relationship in one way or the other here. And I feel like, as I said earlier, you're trying to make things happen. You're like wanting to have your own place, for those of you who are still living with a relative or a cousin's sisters. And then there are some who rent a home still, and you're looking to purchase your own home and be a homeowner, and you're kind of like working towards that. And so you want to do a lot of stuff and want to accomplish a lot of things within a short period of time, within the time frame that you have set for yourself. And so that kind of like is causing all these emotions to surface up, okay? And again, with the delays and postponements could trigger that emotions to resurface and make it more what is the word that I'm trying to look for? And make it more noticeable. Let's go with more noticeable, for the lack of better word. there's a word that I want to use, but let's go with more noticeable, okay? It's like it's in your face type of thing. And then we have the Three of Cups. With this Three of Cups here, it says that you will achieve success, okay? I have the feeling that you guys are already successful at a certain level in your life, but then you just want more. You know, there are things want more for your family, and by means of family, it's like your kids in particular, I feel here, okay? You just want to be your own person and break away from whatever strings that you are still attaching yourself or still holding on to right now. And you just want to work towards this Three of Cups, okay, this celebration. When it comes to your career, you want to expand, you want to go further than where you are right now. But I sense here with this Three of Cups, another message is that you guys are well supported in terms of you have friends and family who are very supportive of you and encouraging and giving you kind and supportive words, you know, to help you go through or carry you or help carry you through this situation, this time, okay, when emotions are running high. So you will have friends and family to fall back on and talk to and open to about with regards to your situation here. And then the World, okay, in the end, you know, you will be successful, all right? You will have everything that you ever dreamt of. And whatever career field that you're trying to get into, whatever business, whatever passion project, or things that you're trying to make happen with regards to your career and your financial stability, you're going to get that, all right? The energy is there. You will be successful. As I said before, I feel like you guys are a successful bunch of people that have a lot of potential, that have a lot of perseverance. You are good with a lot of things that you put your mind or practice into. So there's no need to worry, and everything, you know, that's these two cards, Three of Cups and the World, is just letting you know that this is in store for you, okay? The energy of success, the energy of celebration. You will have some form of celebration coming up. I feel like for some of you, perhaps maybe it's your birthday, okay, that's going to come up, and you guys will be celebrating with friends and family on that. But you know, since it's in your career, it's just this energy of celebration here, all right? And then with this Four of Swords, the message is just for you to take things easy, all right? Just to take things easy. Don't rush things. It's going to unfold itself naturally, and just let it be, like let it go, let it unfold naturally, okay? And that way you don't whine or like you don't put too much pressure on yourself. Let's move on to love and see what's in store for you. So it says balance spirituality and practicality when it comes to your love situation here. When it comes to your love situation, I feel you gotta go a little deeper with Pisces. Pisces is a water sign, and most water signs, it's all about emotions and about digging deep in your emotions, okay? It's not about just spirituality, or about practicality, okay? It's about having balance in your love relationships, as well as other aspects of your life here. It's about mastering and learning how to master your emotions and balance your emotions out, right? Which I feel you guys are already, you know, pretty good at that. But when it comes to balance, it's very important for Librans to have balance in their life, or else it will kind of take them off kilter here, especially when it comes to love. I mean, Librans, they're good on their own as well, okay? I feel like you guys are the type to be very independent and self-sufficient. You're not clinging or anything like that. You do your own thing despite the fact that you have partners, but you also take time out to have your own life, okay? Hang out with your own friends, and are also flexible enough and trusting in your partner enough to allow them to go do their own thing as well, all right? But there are still, you know, for some who are yearning for a life of partnership with someone who they can share the good times and the bad times with, all right? Librans, they're kind of like that sign where they're good on their own, but also depending on where the planetary alignments and positionings, you know, in your natal chart as well. Some are independent, you know, and good on their own, and then some, they fare decent on their own too, but they do way better when they're with a partner, when they're in a relationship. So Librans are the sign that is like, they fare better when they are in a relationship, okay? They just are a sign that just needs, I mean, it's not a bad thing, and it's not negative that they need this. It's not like there's codependency or anything like that. It's just they're ruled by Venus, and it's all about love. It's all about sharing love and compassion with the people that they care about. Okay, so this aspect of their life is very important in balancing them, you know, and also motivating them to do well in other aspects of their life as well. Okay, I feel more than any other sign here. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, I take this, even though it's in the love, as something that is abundant. Okay, there will be much abundance coming to you, or you already have. I feel like you already have this abundance when it comes to your love relationships, okay, with the Ace of Pentacles. Because Ace of Pentacles is about money, is about money coming through, and money could be translated into like abundance, monetary abundance. But in this sense, in love, it's kind of like abundance. You're very good with attracting suitors, okay? You're a very attractive person. You have no problem attracting friends or romantic lovers, partners, okay? That's what this Ace of Pentacles tells me, is that you're a very attractive person, very poised, very articulate in your speech and how you say things, and very just as well. You're very fair in your decision making, and also you treat people fairly as well, and which is the main reason why people are so drawn to you. And we have Justice. With this Justice, now I'm going to, I don't know why, but when I pulled this card out, it just reminds me of it draws my attention to the blindfold that she has on, which is like kind of jumps out at me here. And how I would read that is that when it comes to love situations currently at the moment, it has something to do with your past, and so you kind of have that blindfold on, okay? Even though this is a Justice card, but in your past relationships, with the imbalance of the scale here, there has been an imbalance in your past relationship where maybe you have been the one to give too much, all right, in the relationship, and so there was an imbalance there, and which led to some form of disappointment when it comes to love, okay? And so now, because of that experience and situation, it kind of led you to, like, on the one hand, the feeling that I'm getting, on the one hand, you want to welcome love in your life. You're out on the dating scene, I feel, but then on the other hand, it's like you're still holding on to the hurt with this blindfold. This blindfold reminds me of the Two of Swords, even though I know this is like completely opposite of each other here with the Two of Swords and the Justice card. But there's something about this blindfold that just makes me think back to the Two of Swords. Like, one hand, you want love, you want to be in a relationship. On the other hand, you kind of like is holding on to that past hurt and is feeling like you still have some work to do, okay, and still having some form of mistrust as a result of the past when it comes to your love relationship. So here with his Four of Cups here, and the eyes are closed and tears are just like streaming down into the cup there, and then there's this hand with the cups, you know, with a rose here. Perhaps there is like love offers coming up that you might not be aware of, or maybe are aware of, or maybe you're already in that relationship, you know, like dating, and you have taken a liking to this person and they also are attracted to you as well. You're kind of like feeling that, okay, we're compatible, maybe there's something there, let's try it, let's give it a shot. But at the same time, you're like kind of holding back. I feel with this Four of Cups, you're holding back. So there is love in your life right now, or if you're not presented with it now, it will be coming towards the end of August into September, into the early Septembers. And the message with this is do not hold back, okay? Do not let the past hold you back with the Four of Cups. Moving on to your health. It's time to release negativity with the full moon in Scorpio, okay? In terms of health, many times people would think, oh, it's about your physical health. It's about, oh, am I having a heart attack, or what's going on within my physical body, okay? No, sometimes it will tell in the reading if you do have certain form of a physical ailments of some kind that needs to be brought to your attention. But most times, when I do this, the health kind of ties in with more like the emotional health of a person or the mental health of the person here. All right. And then if it's, you know, if the person has been under that mental stress or emotional stress for too long, it then can manifest itself physically and it will show up in the reading as well. But for the most part, I feel like with the Scorpio, and again, you know, with the full moon in Pisces as well, they're both water signs. And so it's asking for you to go deep within, you know, and kind of work within yourself. And some of you, I feel you have been working on yourself, okay? I feel like you guys are not the idle type where you just sit and let the world happen to you. Rather, you're quite proactive in taking charge of your life and accountability for your own actions and also consequences as a result. And now when it comes to your health, it has a lot to do with the mental as well as the emotional. It ties in together here, okay? Where you need to release whatever negativity that it is that you're holding on to. And remember, I was saying that you're holding on to certain past hurt or events that had happened here that's kind of causing you to hold back and not really expressing yourself or showing yourself fully and completely to the world, for fear of getting hurt again. But not to worry though, because the universe has your back with this Justice card here, and you have the world in terms of, you know, here in your career sector. And as we go along, you're going to notice that despite the fact that I have each columns for each, you know, sectors of your life, aspects of your life, but you will also see me reading it like linearly, you know, horizontally, vertically, and diagonally as well, okay? Because that's how our life is. It doesn't just go in one way, in one direction. It goes all sorts of way, okay? Like, you know, from left to right, top, bottom, diagonal, and then make its round back to the very start again, just to, you know, drive home the point here. So yeah, with regards to your emotions, it's something about what you are harboring inside that you need to let go. And the Tower, with this Tower card, again, it could be something that was so traumatic as to like that shatters the very foundation. Whether it has to do with your finances or your love relationships, but I feel very much here that it's all tied together. For those of you who have been married, it could just be that you were divorced, okay? And divorce can cause, this is just one example, it doesn't necessarily have to be true for all of you that come through here, but this is the example that is given to me, is divorce, for example, okay? It can not only dismantle the family, the foundations of your family, but also affect your finances as well, because it costs money, and then you have to split things half and half, and custodies of children if there are kids involved. All right, so there's a lot of changes and things, and it's just this Tower event, I feel, have hit you very, very hard, even though I feel like a lot of you guys now are in a better place now in your life and things are going fairly well. But when it comes to trusting again, that's the major issue here, is the trusting aspect, and having trust in yourself, in your own intuition, and also the big one is love relationship here. Having trust in this new person that's coming in, okay, with this Four of Cups, is going to be a challenge for you that you need to overcome. And in order to overcome that, you need to release whatever negativity, whatever story, narrative that you have told yourself that had happened of the past, that you have keep repeating it, or putting it in repeat or on repeat in your mind, subconsciously playing, right? You have to release that, okay, and bring it up to the surface. With this Three of Cups, as I said, you do have people who are like friends that are supportive of you, and you can speak to them. And then for those of you who feel like this is beyond what you can do on your own, it doesn't hurt to go seek therapy, to go seek professional help, okay, to overcome this if you feel like you need that, okay? So don't be ashamed. So the message here is, don't be ashamed, all right? Everyone goes through this in different ways, okay? And it's just know that good times are up ahead. That's it. That's all. The Tower is about it's about letting old infrastructure go, let it crumble, okay? Because it doesn't serve you anymore, all right? And it's time to rebuild new foundation, or a new empire, so to speak, with stronger foundations and much better, that will be able to sustain you throughout your life, okay, from here on out. Okay, like whether it be like a financial gains, to be more stronger than before. Perhaps you're going to have a better handle of micromanaging when it comes to your finance, or when it comes to relationship, you'll be able to utilize the experiences that you have gained and the perspective that you have gained from past relationships, and apply it to this new relationship, okay, to make it better and stronger than before, all right? And also to love yourself. Take this time of delay of what you feel is postponement, of like a stop sign from the universe to reflect on some things, okay, before you move on. And yes, with this Seven of Wands, the hand just is very like prominent to me. It's very in my face. Usually Seven of Wands, I would read it as something like you're fighting, okay? It's a fighter, someone who fights, who stands their ground, who defends their beliefs, or defend what they strongly believe in, or you know, their work, their job, when it comes to their love, their love relationships, the people in their lives, that is important. But with this hand just like firmly gripping onto this wand, I feel that you guys are still holding on to something that is of negative in nature. Okay, when it comes to your health, now I'm speaking with your emotional health, you're still holding on to something that is related to this Tower. And the Knight of Pentacles, is going to take time. The universe knows that it's going to take time, and they see that you're working towards it, you're working through it, you want to be better, you want to get over this. And this, the universe feels that, they can see that, and they can sense that. And you will, but it's going to take time. They understand that. So long as you do the work, things will be okay. Things will turn out in your favor. Just be patient with yourself, with your situation, with your circumstance, with the people that are involved in this. Okay? Don't be too hard on yourself. Let's move on to your spirituality. Show the world the real you. When it comes to spirituality, for a lot of you, I feel like you already have showed the world the real you. It's just that it's like a 50-50, okay? It's like one kind of this energy of like, on the one hand, you're an outgoing person, okay? Friends and family see you, you're always cheery and happy and very, very sweet, okay? You're a very sweet and kind person, and you come off like very diplomatic, okay? And whatever, let's say for example, if a friend were to ask you about your opinions on a certain topics or something that had happened, you tend to be very diplomatic about it, all right, rather than emotionally, okay, using your emotions to judge a situation. Like you're diplomatic in that sense, where you kind of tie reasoning behind. You can understand why people are emotional in certain circumstances, but then you kind of navigate your way through. So in a sense, you do show your your true self to the world, but at the same time, I'm very much attuned to this, her dumping her emotions here. I feel like a lot of you, when it comes to your emotions and your relationships, some, you may have expressed certain things and are open about it to your loved ones and to the people that you trust to confide in. But then there are some little piece of details, or you know how it's kind of like this energy, like you think someone is an open book, right? Let's say they're an open book. They have nothing to hide. For the most part, they're truthful. But then there are certain things within their lives that they just is very intimate, and they much rather keep it to themselves. And that's fine. Everyone is like that. No one is like 100% an open book, okay? Everyone has secrets. Everyone has things that are sensitive and intimate to them that they just don't feel comfortable disclosing that piece of information to other people in its entirety yet, and that's completely fine. And so I feel like you're working through that, and whatever that is that you're keeping to yourself has something to do with this Tower moment, and that you're working through it, okay? Slowly but surely, and gradually you're going to come to that point where you will be able to overcome those challenges. Ace of Wands in reverse. So again, with this Ace of Wands in reverse, I just feel like it just ties with this Seven of Wands here, okay? Like this fist. And then we also have this hand clutching on this wand. It's the hand for me, okay? That just draws me in, and it's the clutching of the hand as well. So it's kind of giving me the impression of like holding on. You're still holding on to this past, to this hurt that you still have not let go. I mean, you've done a lot of work, as I said before, but then there are very, like, you're very close, okay? You're just like, you just need a little bit more push there, and it's slowly but surely you will get there, okay, with this Knight of Pentacles here. And then the Ten of Cups. So yeah, perhaps whatever this is right here with the Tower has to do with your family, all right, with a happy home, okay? Some of you may have that, you know, you feel like in the past, if you were in a relationship, it doesn't necessarily have to be a marriage, and some of you may very well be married, and then there are some who have been together for a very long time, okay? You might as well say you are married, right? But something had happened in this relationship here, all right? That kind of like crumbled everything, and you have this Tower moment, okay, with relations to this. And so you're kind of still stuck in that phase of moving on. Like, you want to move on. As I said, perhaps some of you may be on the dating scene and may have already, like, say, moved on, but then there's a little piece of you that is holding you back. And so here the general theme is to show the world the real you, okay, and all its flaws and vulnerability. I know it's easier said than done. When it comes to vulnerability, nobody wants the other person to have the upper hand, especially when you have a particular situation where you've been betrayed before in the past, and then you just don't feel, let's say if this is someone, you know, brand new, and you just is getting to know one another, and you just don't feel like, you know, dumping everything on them, okay? For one, fearing they might run away, and two, some people, you know, they have the tendency to do that, not to scare you or anything like that, but perhaps that's your mindset or your thought on this. Like, if you were to dump all your emotional baggages on them of your past relationships, of how it ended, it might scare them off, okay? Because some people might view it as, oh shit, you know, it's like a commitment of sort, I don't know, but yeah. So I feel like whatever it is, this Tower moment has to do with the infrastructure of your old relationship and how that had crumbled and is torn apart, and now you have to start over, and it's that one little tiny piece of trust that you still are working to heal, which is why the Ace of Wands is in reverse with regards to where you are in your spiritual journey. Okay, you want to start anew on this new beginning, but it's this thing, Tower moment, that's holding you back still. All right, but you are making progress. And yeah, with the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords, it's every time I see the Page of Swords, I always say it's like defensive. It gives me like this defensive energy, okay? When I'm using this card, of course, it gives me a defensive energy, as well as, you know, always having to look behind your back, paranoia, fearful of getting stabbed in the back, right? Always having this sense of like the past haunting you again, all over again. It's all in your mind, as I said, with the mental. It's your mental and emotional. You have to kind of work with that when it comes to your health. It has a lot to do with your emotional and mental health in this case right now. And I feel like some of you may have bouts of mild depression, or just feeling extremely exhausted and out of the blue, and you just don't know why. Okay, 1 minute you're like happy, energetic, and feel like you're able to take on the world, and the next minute I feel like you're going to be, oh, I need rest, like sleep, and you're just slowed and sluggish all throughout the day, perhaps even for a good 2-3 days or so. So that's the energy that I'm getting from all of this, but not to worry though. Things will get better is what I'm hearing. Things will get better slowly but surely, so long as you are working at addressing this underlying problem here, okay? Whatever that may be. Okay, let's move on to the Osho card to see what Spirit has in store for you with regards to the sutra that they want you to bear in mind and reflect upon for the remainder of August and well into September. All right, one card, please. If it drops and I pick it up and put it back in the pile, that just means it's more than just one. And I just want Spirit to give me just one card so I know that it's this one. So I don't have to be like, oh, which one is this, Spirit? You know what I mean? Keep me guessing. So, yeah. All right. Okay, so it's this one. All right. So this is the photograph for the sutra. The sutra says, "It is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Then the victory is yours. It cannot be taken from you, not by angels or by demons, heaven or hell." On the back, it reads, "Remember, only that which cannot be taken away from you is yours. Anything that can be taken away from you is not yours. Don't cling to it, because the clinging will bring misery to you." Yes, it's like the holding on of the Seven of Wands here and the clutching of the Wands here and this Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands in reverse. So the clinging of the past to the past. So the clinging will bring misery to you. Do not be possessive of anything that can be taken away from you, because your possessiveness will create anguish for you. Abide with that which is really yours, which nobody can take away from you. It cannot be stolen. It cannot be robbed of it. You cannot go bankrupt as far as it is concerned. Even death cannot take it. If you have conquered your consciousness, then the body will be burned, turned to ashes, but you will not be burned. You will remain forever. You are eternal. But this eternity can be known only when you become a master on your own. All right? So that is the explanation for this sutra here. I hope that it helps. I hope that whatever messages that came through in today's reading for your pile resonates with you in some way or the other at some level. And yeah, whatever energies may arise during this remainder of August and well into September, I hope that the messages here will provide some sort of a reminder for you, okay, to bear in mind and reflect back upon, so that it can give you a sense of grounding to your situation, and also remind you to stop and think and do some reflections before you move on to that next stage or chapter in your life. All right? Okay, and that is all I have for you. If you enjoy my work, if you find this entertaining, please hit like, thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and share the videos. That would be of great help, and to show your support for my videos and the work that I'm doing. And yeah, so I hope that everything goes well for you. I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello you guys, for those of you who have selected pile number 2 with the golden tiger's eye, this is your pile. Welcome. So before me, I have 4 piles, as you can see. Okay, starting with the very first pile off to my left, we have the career and finance sector of your life, followed by love, health, and spirituality, with regards to where you are in your spiritual journey for this remainder of August of 2021, going into maybe like the first week of September here. Okay, so let's start. Oh, almost forgot the layout of this. I have the Moonology Oracle deck that I will be using for the general theme of each sector here, followed by 3 of the tarot cards to give clarity, and also to, you know, glean into the specifics, details, and things of that, like for each of the sector here. Okay, so let's start with the finance and career sector. And with regards to your finance and career sector, we have balance, spirituality, and practicality with the full moon in Pisces. Now, when it comes to this card, it's very straightforward. A lot of times I would just say, oh, you know, you would need to practice balance and spirituality, balancing spirituality and practicality, and making sure that, you know, you're also planning with regards to the ideas that you have, okay, contemplating, and not too much in like the air energy, right, with your mental. So but what caught my attention here is the fish, of how it's like swimming, as if it's like swimming in circles here. Okay, like it forms like this circle, like trying to, like playing tag, catching each other tails and stuff like that, right? Just going in circles. So with that, I sense it gives me the impression of when it comes to your career and finance, you're frustrated with something. I feel from this energy here, there's a sense of frustration, like you're going in circles with regards to your accomplishments or your career, the path that you're on. You just feel like you're going in circles, repeating the same cycle over and over again. Perhaps maybe you're jumping into, you know, one career path or one profession to the next, and then it kind of ended up the same way type of situation here, the impression that I'm getting. And so Spirit is calling for you to kind of like look within, okay, and just kind of look from a third person perspective, like why is it, and answer this question within yourself, like why is it that things, like why is it that these patterns keep happening? Is it something that you have done, or if so, if it's as a result of your actions, okay, and how you interact with people and how you do certain things within the job or career field that you're in, or even your own project in this case, right? Whatever that is tied to things that will generate you income here. Where in the process have you gone wrong, or perhaps maybe you could have tweaked it a little bit, an adjustment, or give it an adjustment to make it better, to improve it, so that next time when you're confronted with the same situation or circumstance, you're able to handle the situation better, and instead of leading to disappointment, it could lead to something new or refined and more sustainable in a sense, okay? Yeah. Okay, so with the 10 of Pentacles, you have here with regards to your career and finance, I feel like you guys have been faring pretty well to have this 10 of Pentacles pulled up here, okay, in terms of your finance. And of course, if your finance are doing well, so is your career as well, right? Because they're like tied together. So with this card popping up as the first card in your career sector, you're quite abundant. I'm sorry, there's like this argument going outside right behind me here. Like I have a live show going on, you know, like a world star hip hop type of ordeal here. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna refocus my attention here now. Okay, so with this card, I feel like, okay, some of you may be more mature in age, okay, perhaps maybe in your 30s, late 20s to early 30s, mid 30s and upper, right, around there. You may have a dog, a family, a child, okay, a happy home. Or some of you, if you have not achieved this level of success yet, may wish to have this level of success later on in life, and that's what you're trying to accomplish here with regards to your career and finance, is to work so that you can come to this 10 of Pentacles here, okay? I keep having to look over my shoulders. And then we have 4 of Wands here in reverse. Interesting. All right, so we have 10 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands together. Because 4 of Wands, traditionally, it will indicate like a happy home, a happy, strong foundation, all right? But with it being in reverse, and perhaps maybe there's like a shake in the foundation of your career, of your work, okay, that's going to arise in this remainder part of August and leading into September. All right, that's going to bring you some form of stress. Because you're starting out, okay, so you're starting out quite well. For those of you who have pile 2, you selected, so for those of you who have selected pile 2 here with the 10 of Pentacles, you guys, for some of you, may very well have a great job already, but then there might be some form of discord happening or event occurring, okay, that is beyond your control, and maybe something that instigates or trigger whatever events that's going to cause this break in foundation here for you when it comes to your career. You may have lost your job, lost your position, or something that occurs that has something to do with a slandering of names or something of slander in nature here, okay, that will cause you, your business, your profession, your name to lose credibility, or something that is not so good, okay, that is going to affect the position you have in your career sector here. And as a result of this situation and circumstance that's happening here, Spirit is calling for you to go back to the drawing board, and as I said before, like reflect on what it is that you think that might have gone wrong and had escalated the situation, and kind of find a creative solution for that, okay? King of Swords, and this King of Swords in reverse, I feel that it could be your energy here with this King of Swords. It could be something that you have done or you have said that have rubbed another person the wrong way in your, work sector, in your job, or might have caused conflict, okay, between you and colleagues or your co-workers at your workplace, or conflicts with supervisors as a result of your speaking your mind too forwardly, I suppose, without tact, okay? So the message here with this King of Swords in reverse, this is the upcoming energy. I feel that perhaps right now you're in the midst of it already. There are something brewing within your job, okay, your workplace environment, that you might have some discord or some bickering, petty arguments, or something petty happening that warrants your response or your reaction. And then right now it might not escalate it, but it's just the beginning. You might be in it. You can sense the tension that's there, but it's not yet like full-blown as of yet. But if it becomes or gets to that point, it will take a hit to your wallet, to this 10 of Pentacles that you have, if this job is providing you a good source of income, all right? I feel like this job, provides you enough to live this 10 of Pentacles life here, which is abundance. I feel that a lot of you may work in a professional, like a white collar job here, okay, that's like in a business setting, in a office setting, okay? And then for those, you could be like in management, all right, higher up management type of ordeal here. And usually your honesty and your direct communication is appreciated, but there's something here, an event, a turn of event that's going to kind of rub you the wrong way and get under your skin, and it's going to cause you to react a certain way that is unfavored to your situation, and that's going to cause this instability to the foundation of your career. So if you're sensing that tension already, and for those of you who everything seems to be going well, this is going to be like some form of like a surprise of sorts, okay? And just to be careful, the message here is to be careful of what you say. With anything that you say or things that arise, okay, that is problematic in nature, that you can foresee that is problematic in nature, just be sure to watch your speech, the things that you say, okay? Make sure to be diplomatic about it. Don't be too hasty or too forward or too tactless. Don't be too tactless in your communication, okay? Because I feel like whatever this may be is somewhat emotionally involved as well. So be careful with that. This energy is creeping up towards the end of August here, okay? And into September. So be aware of that. And yeah, let this be a reminder to you, all right? As it's just a minor thing that's going to happen, but it's going to cause a big stir if you let it fester, or if you handle it in an immature way or in an emotional way, all right? It's going to blow out of proportion in that manner. So be sure to be mindful when you are interacting, problem solving with regards to a particular situation that goes on within your workplace here, okay? Just be careful on that and how you communicate, and be sure to be diplomatic and non-biased and non-judgmental in your decision making. Okay, moving on to the love sector here. You're very close to achieving your goal. You're very close to achieving your goal, all right? With a gibbous moon here. So with regards to love, you're very close to achieving your goal. It gives me the impression of there's something with regards to your love relationship that you are working towards, or you're working towards a resolution for as well, okay? And it, as I said, it's all about the communication. I feel like it has to do with a lot of communication that will get you through all of this emotions and situations, events that's going to arise up within this remainder of August here. It's going to require open communication. And it's going to either break or make the situation, okay? So communication is key here. And now with Three of Wands, the Three of Wands gives me the energy of waiting. You're waiting on something, perhaps like a message, and it also gives an air of distance as well. Perhaps there are some kind of an argument that you had, or a fallout in your relationship, in your romantic love relationship, and you're waiting on this person to contact you. It's kind of like that where you're not on speaking terms, and then you're just like doing your own thing, holding your ground, and they're also like trying to pull back, and you know, just waiting to see like who's going to make the first move, right? That type of situation here. And again, before, you know, when we first started this reading, there were an argument outside, which a lot of times when there are arguments going on around here in this neighborhood, it has to do a lot with, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend's relationship and things like that. And that just happened out there. I'm pretty sure you can hear it going through the video. Whatever goes on outside, you know, the video tends to pick that up very clearly. And I feel like whatever arguments, situations, you know, things that you don't see eye to eye with this person, it's eventually, I'm feeling towards the end of this month, things will become clear, and you will have you will have closure, okay? Or for some, it might not come as like they will come to you and apologize to you. It might not come to you like that, but rather, you know, you will have closure within yourself. Okay, like, okay, you've worked, you reflect on it, and you kind of like look and dissected the situation out, and you kind of like understand where things went wrong, and you just kind of let it go, release that, and that in itself will bring you closure. Okay, that type of closure is what I meant as well for some. And then for some of you, I want to say they will come and apologize and make up. But from my feeling, I don't feel like this is going to last. You know, it's going to go round and round in circles and a never-ending cycle. So perhaps maybe when they do come around, you will come to that realization, and you know, like, okay, this is, you pick up on the patterns and be like, this was exactly like the last time when we parted ways and had our arguments. They keep coming back and say the same thing over again, and say that they're going to change or do things differently, but always end up being the same story time and time again. And so you're to that point where you're gonna be like, no, I'm done. So I feel like this is like an energy, a past energy of this repeated cycle of going round and round and round. And we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So yeah, Queen of Pentacles with the Three of Wands. It's just like, Three of Pentacles, what am I saying? Queen of Pentacles, it's like, it has to do with monetary wealth, you know, and abundance, money making, and knowing how to manage your money and things like that, right? A businesswoman, business savvy. But in this sense, because it falls under the love sector, I read it as you're waiting with this Three of Wands. You're waiting on this person that, you know, this person you of the past, I feel, have a lot of hopes and dreams with, that in the past used to bring abundance into your relationship. Or perhaps for some, not for all, for some, it might be like you spoke of how your life will be together, of the family and the jobs and how things will be, you know, how many children you'll have, and you speak of all this future, okay? And in this future is going to have a lot of abundance. There's going to be a lot of happiness, all right? And that's how I interpret this in this love sector right here. It's like this person in the past you've had a lot of connection to, a lot of bond and good times with, okay? Not necessarily bad, but there are this waiting energy that you're no longer together. You're just like distant. You probably separated for some of you, okay? A Six of Cups. The Six of Cups also denotes a past, someone of the past. And so for some of you, there may be a reconciliation. All right, a reconciliation. There were arguments, fights. They're going to come back to you towards the end of August. You're going to hear from them, and you know, kind of give them a chance. For some, a select few. I feel like a select few for this one with this Six of Cups, because a lot of you, I feel like you're done with the situation, and you don't want to repeat the same cycle, the same chapter. You don't want to reread that same chapter over again, is the feeling that I have here. And then for some of you, you still want to make this happen, and perhaps want to still give this person, okay, a chance to reconcile with them. Because I feel you may have a family with this person, okay? and you might want to give it another shot for the sake of the kids, okay, and giving the kids a nice stable family, traditional family dynamics here. That's very specific and only for a select few with that message there. If it doesn't resonate with your situation, then it doesn't resonate with your situation. Don't take it. All right, and then when we move on to the health sector, a personal issue reaches resolution. So this health may very well, this argument here may very well be tied to your health, your mental, emotional health, as I always like to make that connection. So there will be some form of closure here, okay? With regards to your love relationships, with this card popping up with the crab, and it's highly emotional. It's emotional. The devil. So in the past, you're quite obsessive, and I can understand why, you know, of the waiting and just waiting on them to contact you back, waiting on another, you know, each other to have this open heart-to-heart conversation. Now, with this health, a personal issue reaches resolution. That will be like the general theme of all of this. This situation here has put you in a standstill. But pretty soon, as I said before with this here, that the answers will come towards the end of August here. A Three of Pentacles. A Three of Pentacles. Before that, I said Three of Pentacles when I meant to say Queen of Pentacles, and the reason why is because I was bouncing between the Three of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. See there, I almost did it again. So I kind of put two and two together, like Three Pentacles instead of Wands. Anyway, you get it. So with the Three of Pentacles here, definitely for some, there will be a reconciliation with regards to your love relationships, okay? And so there will be, a resolution. Personal issue reaches resolution. And then the Queen of Wands. So in this new reconciliation, I feel that this Queen of Wands energy is yours as well. If you're a man watching this, just reverse the energy as it fits into your situation, okay? I feel like you're going to be, if you are going to allow for this second chance to happen of this reconciliation, you're going to be more proactive about it, okay? You're going to, and by means of proactive, I mean like you're going to really reflect and work on yourself, okay? And also, as I was saying at the very beginning, like looking at a situation from a third person perspective. And so you can identify what went wrong in the relationship. And so you can kind of find creative solutions for that problem so that you can resolve the situations altogether, okay? And come together with your love partner so that you can work together and work things out for the better, so that this new beginning that you have with this person of the past could work out then, okay? With the Queen of Wands, I feel that you're going to be coming from a place of like vulnerability, but it's kind of hard to describe, not like too vulnerable or exaggerated or into your emotions, but rather like you're going to show that vulnerable side of you while at the same time be logical about it and not letting your emotions get the best, if that even makes sense. Or it's a tricky energy here, and also it's even more trickier to put it or apply it into practice. Okay, put it to practice with this Queen of Wands. So I feel like you're going to have a different way of handling this reconciliation that is going to better your situations, okay, your relationships altogether. So let's move on to your spirituality. Let's see what it has to say. It's time to release negativity. So for this month, for the remainder of the month of August, all of this is going to resurface. It's going to force you to take a look, a really good look at things on a very in-depth perspective, from a higher perspective here. All the hurt, all the pain, all the betrayal is going to surface up for you to deal with. And then once you're able to like dissect it all and separate it the best that you can, okay, and make sense of the situation, that's when things will get moving for you, all right? And things will be better. It will get better. And then also with this job career sector here, it's also a warning to give you a heads up to be mindful and diplomatic when it comes to your communication style when resolving a situation that goes on at work, okay? Especially when it's something that requires for you to be diplomatic, okay, and just and fair. I feel like you're already a fair person and you'll have no problem with that, but whatever it is that's going to arise, okay, this is a reminder from the universe to take precaution and also to be mindful of the situation and of the atmosphere of the environment around you. Okay, and here we have Judgment. So with regards to your spiritual journey, there's a lot of things that, as I said before, that's going to come to the surface that will allow for you to take a look at things from a third person perspective, like, you know, so that you can make better judgments of things, you know, and the situation, and kind of look at the situation for what it is rather than for what you want it to be, kind of along the line of wishful thinking here, okay? Yeah. And Seven of Swords. So it's time to release negativity. Seven of Swords, I feel it ties to this relationship. Whenever there's a Seven of Swords, I always feel like it ties into relationship more than anything else. I don't really feel that it ties with your career directly in any way with the Seven of Swords, okay? But I feel strongly that this Seven of Swords ties, because if I look directly, you know, horizontally like this, the Seven of Swords land right in the middle, right here in this middle section right here. And we have the Four of Wands, which is in reverse, and that is, you know, depicting that there is some form of instability to the foundation, and normally it's the foundation of your, could be because it's in the career and finance as well, but sometimes, as I said in other piles, I won't always be reading it linear. As I go on from different columns to different columns, I'll be reading it linear, but then as I go through it, I'll kind of come, like, all wrap it up together here, okay? Sometimes I'll read it vertically, horizontally, or diagonally, okay? Because it all tells a story in different ways, in different forms. You just need to be able to pick up on those storylines here. And with the Seven of Swords, I feel like it has to do something with the stability of your foundation with regards to your money, okay, finances, and Three of Pentacles, relationships. So it could also be like your relationship, your love relationships here. And the And here we have reconciliation with this Six of Cups and this Three of Pentacles here. And also, it's time to release negativity, okay? So whenever there's like a reconciliation coming up, there's bound to be some things that you need to work out and release in order to forgive and move on, okay, to this next phase of your relationship or of your life. So it's, the relationship might have fallen apart due to some form of like an infidelity or a sneakiness, okay, because there's a sneaky energy about this. Someone had done wrong in the relationships, or some form of betrayal here that you need to work out and overcome and forgive. And you know, with this Judgment card up here, and it's time to release negativity. And then we have this Four of Swords. No, not Four of Swords. Why do I keep calling this a Four of Swords? Eight of Swords up here. The Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, whatever that this person had done, okay, the betrayal that had taken place had kept you in this Four of Swords energy. Again, Four of Swords energy. And perhaps maybe it's because you also need to take time out to rest. This Eight of Swords energy here, that's causing this disconnect, this Three of Wands energy here in this love sector. I feel heavily that whatever it is that you're on in your spiritual journey is all about forgiveness. You're working through forgiveness, forgiving a lover, a member, a situation that had happened, an event in your life that had happened, okay? So there is a lot of things that is going to arise that's highly emotional and emotionally charged. So yeah, Spirit wants me to remind you this again, like to be very, very level-headed, okay? Come from a standpoint of logic and not emotions, and also listen to your intuition as well. All right? And don't let the past hold you back, whatever it is that is holding you back, okay, with regards to this betrayal or this event that was unpleasant, that is causing you to have some kind of like, or cause you to put up this wall or barrier between you and another person. Don't let that hold you back. And your communication is key to success, and also the key to your personal issue reaching resolution as well. And don't give up, because you are very close to achieving your goal, whatever that may be. It could like span throughout all aspects of your life. Again, with your career, I mean, you're already doing well here with the 10 of Pentacles I see, and it's just, you know, communication is very important. They just want me to highlight that. All right, so moving on to the sutra. Spirit, what sutras do you want for pile 2 to reflect upon? Just one, please. If it comes out a lot like this, I'm going to put it back in and shuffle until they give me one. One at a time, please. Just one. Okay, I have to be careful when I do that. The last time it knocked, for the first pile, it knocked the howlite crystal off the table and cracked it. Oh, okay, so it flew out. I'm gonna take this one since it's like faced up. All right. Okay, so this is the photograph for the sutra. The sutra says, master your words, and that's what we have been talking about, is that your communication, okay? Be mindful of your communication. So, on the back, the sutra, the explanation for the sutra says, be telegraphic, Listen only to which is significant. Read only that which is meaningful. Avoid the unnecessary, the irrelevant. Speak only that which is to the point. Make your each word your heart. Don't just go on saying things as if you are a gramophone record. I don't know what the gramophone record is. I don't know what that is. But yeah, so that is the message. Okay, so master your words. For pile 2, before we picked out this card, before this card jumped out, I was, like driving home. Communication is key for you for the remainder of August, okay? Whether it's in your career sector or your love relationships, all right? So that is your spiritual journey as well, okay? Working out the kinks, releasing whatever it is needed to be released, and also to be communicative, okay? And be clear with your communication. And yeah, so all right, and that is all I have for you guys. I hope whatever it is that you're going through, or for the remainder of August, whatever it may be that is going to arise, the events, situation, energies of the day, okay? Please allow for these messages from these readings to help set as a reminder for you to handle each of the emotions and events that should arise for the remainder of August, in order for you to be more aware of your situations and circumstances, and be mindful as to how to approach it with tactfulness, with mindfulness, and with a sense of clarity, okay, and diplomacy. All right, okay, and that is all the message that there is for you for this for today. So I hope that resonated. I hope that these messages serves helpful for you in due time as all these events arises. If you like my work, and if you enjoy my work, and if you find this entertaining, please hit like, subscribe, comment, and feel free to share my videos. That's one way of supporting my videos and getting the words out there to getting the words out there, and get the messages out there to people who needs to hear it. I'd greatly appreciate it. And so, yeah, with that being said, I wish you the best of luck, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, everyone. Those of you who have selected pile 3, you have selected this Arvetsanite stone here. Okay, I'll set it off to the side. As you can see, there are 4 piles before me. The very first pile, we're going to start off with the career and finance, followed by love, health, and spirituality, which is going to talk about your spiritual journey, where you are along your spiritual journey, okay? So we're going to move this up here to make space, all right? And let's start with your career and finance. Okay, so first off, I have this Moonology Oracle deck, which will give you the general theme of each aspect, okay, each sector, followed by these 3 tarot cards to clarify and give specifics as to what is going on in each sector. All right, so for your career or finance, we have Believe in the Impossible with the Blue Moon. Okay, that's going to be the general theme for the remainder of August, well into September. Okay, up to September 4th. That's the energy. And Believe in the Impossible is, I have a feeling when it comes to your career, there are some things that you have brewing, or even perhaps I feel a little bit of like confidence, maybe a lack of self-confidence in what you want to do in life or want to happen. Okay, when it comes to your career, you just feel like perhaps maybe feel as though you're not up to par, or with certain skill sets. Okay, maybe you feel like you're not good enough when it comes to certain things or tasks that is asked of you in your job, or in the job that you're seeking to acquire. Okay, but Spirit is asking for you to believe in yourself and believe that whatever it is, no matter how impossible it may seem or feel to you right now, that it can happen. All right, So believe in miracles is what I'm hearing. Is like believe in miracles, that things can happen for you so long as you take the initial steps to go towards it, and also prepare yourself. Even though there isn't like a Two of Wands here, but I'm sensing the Two of Wands energy popping up, like to prepare yourself, and whatever it is that you want to get into, you can, okay? It's possible. Anything can happen. Just believe. You know how a child, gain this perspective, looking from a child's perspective, okay? You know how children, they have such big dreams, like that's limitless. You know, there's no boundaries to their dreams. They can just like think up of anything, you know, like anything can happen for them, right? There's no obstacles, no challenges. Yes, Spirit is asking for you to get into that mindset, okay? To have the mindset of the sky is the limit, and that you can do anything that you have your mind set on. You just need to gather your materials and information and just do your homework, research on it, whatever it may be. It could be a study that you want to get into, or maybe a course that is completely different from what you're used to, or just venture off in a road that is in a path less traveled. Is that what they would call it? In a path less traveled, okay? Like a pioneer energy here is what I'm feeling. Like you have this idea. It doesn't necessarily have to be the job that you're in now, but maybe, you know, something that a childhood dream that you had as a child that you've always wanted to do, something that you enjoy doing that will help others along the way, as well as sustain you financially as well, okay? Spirit is asking for you to hold your vision and have belief in yourself and confidence in yourself that you can make this happen, because anything is possible. All right, you have the key to your own success. Moving on to the first card, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So whatever it is that you're thinking about, it could very well bring you this Ten of Pentacles, and maybe even the profession that you're working in right now has already or is in the process of creating this strong financial stability for you already here, okay? And for the select few of you, I feel like you already have this abundance, okay, within you and around you, that surrounds you right now. Whatever is yours will be yours at the end of the day. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's coming sooner or later, okay? The timing of whether it's here soon or later is dependent on you, on the action that you choose to take. Are you going to, you know, take a leap of faith and jump into it and get started now, and then, or you're going to delay and postpone it as a result of your lack in self-confidence and esteem in yourself that is holding you back from taking action? And if so, it's going to come up later on in life, okay? But yeah, in terms of career, that's the energy here, is that for some, I feel like you don't know what it is yet, but you can sense it, the abundance, and whatever that may be, you're trying to have clarity in it so that you can kind of have this sense of direction, which I feel will be coming. Okay, you will have that sense of clarity when it comes to your finances towards the end of August, going into September as well. And we have this Four of Cups here. So be aware, keep your eyes peeled. There will be opportunities coming your way for those of you who are, you know, in that limbo, or is still in the middle of like finding yourself, finding your purpose, finding your sense of fulfillment, okay? Keep your eyes open to opportunities that's going to be coming your way soon, that is going to bring about this abundance into your life, okay? It might not be packaged in the way that you visualized it or expect it to be, but whatever this is going to be a gift from the universe, and you need your eyes opened for that. I see that you have your eyes closed, or you're distraught over something. Whenever this card is pulled, I always am drawn to the eyes closing and the tears. It's kind of reminding me of that Five of Cups. No, not Five of Cups. Five of Pentacles energy, or is it the Five of Cups? I feel like both energies, like Five of Cups and Five of Pentacles energies here. Okay, something that just is dwelling in the past, that is like holding you back. And I know a lot of the readings, it's always going to be or sounding like the same, but everyone regardless have a sense of insecurities when it comes to whether it be their finance, their career, or their love relationship, personal relationships, okay, with themselves and others. And it's these insecurities that causes people to behave and make choices the way that they do, okay? And the message here, I feel like, yeah, the universe or someone is going to come and give you this opportunity, okay? Make an offer, or perhaps an offer of, perhaps maybe at the front of the family, or just within the workplace, organizations, and where you work at. Maybe there will be some form of an announcement of like a position being opened, okay, that you've always been wanting to transfer departments, okay? And that would be like a leeway. This is an example, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to happen, but it's just an example, okay? One of the scenarios that, okay, you know, just keep an eye out for opportunities that will allow for you to move within an organization, to go up and climb up the social ladders, okay, to a higher up positions that will allow for you to achieve this Ten of Pentacles. And then other examples that came to mind is perhaps it's like an opportunity to go back for a continuing education that your company is going to reimburse you for, okay? So yeah, that's what I'm getting. And another thing is that this man, I don't know what it is, but he just looks to me like Socrates. I can't pronounce it. Socrates? I don't know. I'm just going to make a fool of myself trying to pronounce that name. But you know, like a scholar, okay? So you guys could very well be someone who likes to learn, or is continuously educating yourself and informing yourself about new events going on in the world and within the healthcare industries. Perhaps some of you may very well work in the health field or in law. Yeah, you're just like an all-around scholarly person who loves to acquire knowledge, is what I get from looking at this person. And so yeah, be open to new opportunities coming your way for the rest of August and into September. All right, and I feel like when these opportunities should come, because you're so fixated on your ideal or your goal, okay, of how things should be, I feel like you might miss this. But again, keep your eyes peeled on that, okay? Queen of Pentacles. So we have Queen of Pentacles. So whatever this may be, this opportunity is going to not only bring you abundance with this Ten of Pentacles, but you're also going to be in this Queen of Pentacles energy as well. So Spirit is calling for you to believe in the impossible. Whatever it is that you have your mind set, plan on doing, it can happen. It can happen for you. All right? So don't give up on yourself is the message that I'm getting here. Don't give up on yourself. That is an emphasis from the universe. Moving on to your love, we have balance, spirituality, and practicality with full moon in Pisces. I was going to say Pisces. With that, you know what is weird is that every specifically for this Libra Pick-A-Card reading. And every pile for the theme is not, you know, specifically popping up for love sectors, but other, you know, maybe it was for the career, and the other one was for love. Yeah, and then this one is popping up on love too. So I feel like for the collective, okay, not just specifically for Librans who have selected pile 3, is that for the collective of Libras, balance is very important for you here, which is why this keeps popping up: balance, spirituality, and practicality. But in your case with pile 3, yours is balance, spirituality, and practicality in terms of love. And so I feel like some of you may have been praying about a love situation, okay, that will be coming to resolution towards the end of August here, or will be reaching its peak since it's the full moon. We have the Four of Swords. Calling you to take a rest. Instead of focusing your attention as much as you want someone, that special someone, to share the good times and the bad times with in your life, focus that energy on yourself, on loving yourself and balancing yourself from within, okay? And take time out for yourself. Rest with this Four of Swords. Because I feel like for some of you, you may be on the dating scene trying to put yourself out there, you know, and date, and open yourself up to new love relationships. The message that I'm getting here, that the love will find you. You don't need to go after the love, okay? Love will come to you once you are ready, okay? Once you have completely healed or work on yourself to a certain extent where you're capable of stepping into a relationship and not losing yourself in that relationship like you've done in the past. That seems rather specific, but yeah, take that, if you will, for those who resonate. But if it doesn't resonate with your situation, then don't take it. But that's what I'm getting, the energy and the impression that I'm getting from this. With the Six of Swords, you're trying to, okay, so for some, you're in that healing phase. You're trying to move on. You're trying to move towards calmer water and leave all the chaoticness behind, all the heartbreak, all the disappointments behind. With your ships set sailing towards this moon and towards this unknown territory, okay, which is good for you. That you're doing that you're taking initial steps towards healing. All right, and because of that, Spirit is also asking for you to take rest as well. And some of you may already very well are doing this, are in the process of this. Like you're just chilling, focusing on yourself, taking yourself out to eat or out to the movies, okay? And just giving yourself time to just be by yourself and to be within your own energy. Page of Swords. With this Page of Swords, I feel that there may be some things, you know, within that you still have not let go. You still are quite defensive about. You are sensitive to, that are touchy about. If anyone were to touch on the subject, you may have like this emotional outburst or lash out, or just be very defensive in your demeanor or in your reactions, okay? And you might not feel that you're being defensive, but other people may view you as defensive, Moving on to health. You and your loved ones are safe with the new moon in Cancer. I'm paying very particular attention to the crab and its exoskeleton and the hardness of the exoskeleton, okay? Kind of make me feel like, again, with that defensive energy, you have this, you built this wall or this outer shell like an armor, okay? Like this exoskeleton of this crab acts as an armor, as a barrier, for it from the external world, right? Impact. And the message here is that not to worry, okay? You and whoever you are loved, whoever you love are safe. This gives me the energy of you tend to be a worrywart. Perhaps some of you who have selected this pile, you tend to worry a lot about the future and about your family and the well-being of your family. Not only that, but you tend to worry a lot and think about the past as well. And I'm hearing like message from Spirit is calling for you, if you're not already doing so, to be more in tune and in touch and contact with your spirit guides, okay? And pay attention to synchronicities. And that takes me back to this Four of Cups, because they have been sending you messages, okay, through numbers or incidents, events, things, or even musical lyrics in music, radios, things you've heard that resonates with your situation, but you're not paying attention to it for some, okay? And for those who are not, please pay attention to the surrounding and also to the signs and signals from the universe through synchronicities. So when it comes to your health, it has, I feel with this with this Three of Swords, heartbreak. So it has to do with healing your heart chakra, working on your heart chakra, okay, to heal the past hurt. Okay, so this past hurt could be related to betrayal, of course, as with any relationships, could be with love, friendship, family or friends or people who you've considered very close to you, who are like family and who you trusted and have stabbed you in the back, all right? And then for those of you, it could just be like between your love, like your romantic relationships, okay, here. All right, I feel like those of you selecting pile 3, you may be at a distance from one another with this sail, okay, and water, body of water here, and also the staircase from this Four of Swords card here. The Lover's card, okay, together with the Three of Cards, okay. So that's kind of confirming, like, okay, so your heartbreak is in relations to your romantic love. And with this Six of Swords, you're moving away. I feel like towards the remainder of August, towards the end of August, going into September, you're going to be in that energy of, you know, resting, reflecting, thinking about your relationships and what happened, and just kind of like slowly cutting cords, releasing, and wanting to move towards that calmer water here, okay. Yeah, so with health, it has to do with your emotions. So you really have to take time out and heal your heart, which I feel with this Four of Swords and Six of Swords that you're doing right now, or in the process of doing, all right? So, yeah. Moving on to your spirituality, don't let pride get in your way with the full moon in Leo. So with this general theme of spirituality and where you are in your spiritual journey, of don't let pride get in your way of your spiritual growth. You're trying to prove yourself, okay? Because of the disappointment in love, you're turned to focusing on your career and your finance, trying to build yourself up to have this strong financial foundation so that you can prove to these people that they made a mistake in hurting you and betraying you, and you're worth more and you have more potential. Something along that line. It's kind of unclear, but in a way, like perhaps it was in a toxic relationship where your partner tells you that you'll never amount to anything, or without them, perhaps this person could be making more money than you and is the breadwinner, and they're being verbally abusive towards you, talking down on you about your career or how you make your money and how much you make. And now that they're gone, how that you'll need them, and if you're no longer together now, you're going to end up being a loser, or not amount to anything. Along that line, there's like a lot of verbal abuse and putting you down, and you're wanting to prove yourself by working towards this pentacles here. And the message here in your spiritual journey is that by proving them wrong, it's not going to make you happy, because it's going to push you into a direction and towards a career that, yes, it provides a lot of money, but you're not going to be necessarily happy in that work, in that line of work. So whatever it is, this is very specific for a particular individual. So whatever it is that you choose to do with regards to your career, and you just want to throw it at this person's face to prove to them, okay, the person who have hurt you, let's just say, to prove to them that you're worth more, okay? You know your worth, you know your potential, you know what you can become. Whatever it is, do it from a space of your heart. Don't do it out of vengeance, out of spite, or wanting to prove others. Do it to prove to yourself that you are capable. That you are capable, okay? So that if you come from the heart, okay, in choosing what rings true to you in your career choices, you'll be far more happier and successful in that field, doing what you love and also earning money as well. And even if it doesn't pay a lot, let's suppose, okay, in comparison to this person, or I'm also hearing this person is a loser and they don't even make much, but whatever, right? But let's say in compared to, I don't know, let's say if you're comparing yourself to a family member or a relative that's making more money, and you just want to prove yourself, for whatever reasons, because you feel hurt by the things that they say. Perhaps they gossiped about you behind your back and you've been holding on to that. And just remember that even if you don't make a lot of money, but so long as you know how to manage your money and you manage it well, you're still going to end up on top, and you're still going to end up with this 10 of Pentacles and be in this Queen of Pentacles, okay? You're going to be able to save for the rainy day, put money aside for savings, not only that, but for investments, and have that money generate more money for you in the future, okay? Like putting money in a stock market, along that line. So don't let pride get in your way, because pride is the core driving motivation in making people rush into things. And a lot of times it's career, because that's where people get to flaunt and flex, okay, right? Because it's strongly tied to your finance and your material possessions. But the message is, don't let pride be the motivator to push you into a career that is not right for you in the long run. All right, take your time, rest, reflect, think things through. Don't be too hasty. Don't act out of spite. Don't act out of like wanting to prove the other person wrong, okay? Because in the end, it will come back and you are the one to pay the price, not the other person. All right, when it comes to your spiritual journey. So you're balancing. Hold on. It's like, gotta adjust the camera. So with regards to your spirituality and your life, what goes on, the events that's occurring in your life right now, you're kind of like balancing, trying to do the best you can to balance and to juggle. When it comes to your family and also your career. You're just trying to hold it all together here. And the Page of Cups. With this Page of Cups, it's also reminding you to make sure to fill your own cups as well. Okay? Refocus that attention back onto yourself. Don't pay too much attention to past loves, to whomever. Don't pay attention to anyone. Okay? I mean, if you have children that needs your attention, please do pay attention to them. But, you know, when it comes to things that is heartbreaking or disappointing or that isn't worth your time, don't even bother, right? Focus on yourself, on the people that loves you and you love them. You know, do things that helps to refresh you, that helps to revitalize you and reinvigorate you, your energies, okay? Because you will need that for this upcoming month of September. And with this 10 of Wands, yes. So 10 of Wands is about not taking on too much. And I feel, as I was saying, you know, you're juggling here. Just take time out. Be careful not to overwork yourself, because with this crow, and look at the crow is injured, okay? And it's like letting go of all the wands there as a result of its injury here. Because all of this stress, all this trying to balance, trying to do everything yourself is going to cause a lot of stress. And stress is also considered to be a silent killer, because stress can induce all sorts of symptoms. It can also induce high blood pressure as well. And you don't want things like that, you know, like cardiovascular. It can affect your cardiovascular health. And it's calling, wait a minute. Oh, I failed to see that it's it was in reverse. Okay, awesome. Okay, I failed to see that it was in reverse. It was like this. I didn't take a good look at it until I placed it down, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's in reverse. So yeah. So with this 10 of Wands, which is good, okay, which is good, that you are going to release some of these burdens, some of these baggages, all right, and delegate responsibilities and take it easy on yourself here into the month of September, all right? So this is, you know, it's a fairly decent reading. It's not like something that is going to earth shatter, okay? That's not something earth shattering here, but it's an energy that is going to well up and surface throughout the week here, and towards the end of August. So whatever the message is that is coming through in this reading, it's just to serve as a reminder for you to be mindful of how to handle these situations, events that's arising, or even emotions that's going to arise. Okay, be make sure to care for yourself, and also know when to take time out, and release the responsibilities, some of the responsibilities, okay, which I see with this 10 of Wands that you will be doing in, leading into September, which is good. So yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, I'm glad to see this 10 of Wands in reverse. At first I was like, this looks kind of weird, and then I saw the Roman numeral at the bottom, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's in reverse. Okay, awesome. So the spiritual journey here is to love yourself, focus on yourself. Okay, so that's the journey that you're on right now, is self-love, and also learning to balance and to have that healthy balance and boundaries between you and others. All right, spirit teams, what messages, what sutras do you have for our pile 3? Okay, one at a time, please. One at a time. Okay, let's come out. Okay. Ah, I bent my card. Okay, so this is the photograph for your sutra. The sutra says, master your thoughts. Okay. On the back, the explanation reads, the mind goes on and on. It starts working in childhood and goes on working till you die. 70 years, 80 years, continuously working. So much work, and then you cannot expect anything great out of it because it's utterly tired. It has not much energy left. It is leaking from everywhere. If you can turn it off, that's what meditation is all about. Turning the mind off, the art of switching the mind off. If you can switch it off, it will gather energy. If for a few hours every day you are without the mind, you will gather so much energy that energy will keep you young, fresh, creative. That energy will allow you to see reality, the beauty of the existence, the joy of life, the celebration. Okay? So that's kind of going back to being in contact with your spirit teams. All right, and the Page of Cups, and also pampering yourself, self-care, self-love. All right, re-energizing yourself. So yeah, this is the message, the explanation from the sutra of what it means. So if you find these messages to be helpful, if you enjoy the reading, if you find this entertaining, please hit like, subscribe, thumbs up, comment, or share the videos to support to support my channel, as well, to get the messages out there for people who might resonate with this and need to hear this. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Whatever it is that you have to deal with that is upcoming, I hope it pans out in your favor. And yep, have a blessed day, wonderful day, night, wherever you may be, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.